who has been part of AMU, what it is today. The issue about transparency in the accounts, I want to clarify that when the funds came about in the year 2013, the Vice Chancellor came back after talking to you all and he told me that the alumni are willing to pay, but it should be operated by a person other than the finance office themselves. I hope that is correct. And so he asked me that why don't you operate the fund? I said it's not correct that I alone handle the funds, so allow me to use the registrar also in running this fund. So for 1 year, initially, I operated the funds. I signed the checks on your behalf along with the registrar. And I employed an accountant for this purpose who was managing a separate ledger. I got it opened with the receipts and payments on both sides of the ledger, like a typical accounts register is opened, all done manually. And every receipt that we got, about which I shall be flashing a few slides when I give you the presentation, including the funds that we got from Professor Vasi Siddiqui and many others. I shall be showing the names of all of you and your amount, which when translated from dollars to Indian rupees, how much did you receive? Your account is being safely maintained and it is being put to good use. And this year, inshallah, when you visit the Aligarh Muslim University during the alumni meet, I shall ensure that the accounts register is placed in front of you, the original register, for you to peruse and see how it is being maintained and how it is being utilized and spent. I cannot give a gist of the expenditures straight away from this podium, but trust us that it is being logged, recorded, every transaction that you send through the banks. One big difficulty that I encountered while handling your money was that the bank merely gives your account number without mentioning your name. So when the State Bank of India credited X amount of money, it did not carry anybody's name. And we were at a loss to identify whose money is this. Because when you send us in dollars, and in your emails you write, I have sent $10,000. When we receive, it gets converted into Indian rupees, the value on that day, and perhaps some bank commission charges which the bank deducts. So it becomes a very Herculean task, especially if there are multiple remittances on a given day or a week, to identify whose money is this we are talking of. But with great perseverance, I had to call the bank manager a number of times and we had to tell him that I want a mechanism where the transferee's name mentions in the bank record itself. I don't know how to really handle, the bank has still not been able to do it, but that accounts clerk is on the job perennially to identify who would have sent it. So all your emails to the Vice Chancellor that you have credited so much of money today goes to me and from me to the accounts clerk. Now I have transferred this account to General Dwivedi because I found it was becoming too taxing for me. As you know, I've got a lot many things also to do. So I thought that getting into the arithmetics and the nuts and bolts was becoming too much for me. So since last 1 year, the account is being maintained by General Dwivedi and the registrar, and they are keeping the ledger updated. We have kept an accounts clerk separately for your account, and he is maintaining that. And that is why I could glean those facts, and which I will be showing after lunch, those two issues about how many people and what all have received from North America per se. We have also given a mobile cell allowance to the coordinator, to the chairman of the alumni cell, mainly to be in touch with you. You know, not all professors of the university are getting any mobile cell allowance. So the purpose of our giving this mobile cell allowance was to call you up, say thank you verbally first on telephone and then send you a receipt. I don't know if you get calls or not, but the university is definitely paying a decent sum on account of mobile cell allowance to the chairman of the alumni cell. I will go back and I'll request him to please at least call up and thank the person from whom you are getting the account. This has been a sore point, not only here, but I heard this when I was in Jeddah last month, when I visited Dubai last month. The alumni were complaining of the same thing. Unfortunately, anything which does not pass muster from the Vice Chancellor's desk or my desk goes into the black box. And that is the reason why things do not surface many a time. We have provided a dedicated cell to the alumni division. We have given a huge, beautiful building which has been renovated at a huge cost. The one, if you recall, was being maintained where next to the Registrar's house. That Bangalore, some of you sat in that conference room. I think Saif Saab was there with me. And you would notice that it's a very nice furniture, well-furnished room with STD, ISD telephone connection, with internet connection that we have provided to them. Now, inshallah, when I go back, I'll try to reinforce that cell with a couple of more people so that it becomes more dynamic and active. Yes.